Early stage startups face unique challenges in harnessing innovation to drive growth and success. The ability to effectively manage and nurture innovation is a critical factor that can determine the trajectory of startup journey. The exploration of innovation management tools and strategies equips early stage startups with the knowledge and mindset needed to foster a culture of innovation, drive continuous improvement, and propel their ventures towards long term success. In today's edition of Yukti training session on innovation management tools and strategies for early stage startups, we are delighted to have Mr. Dipan Sahu, an accomplished professional with a passion for driving innovation and fostering creative solutions. As in Assistant Innovation Director at Ministry of Education's Innovation Cell, Dipan brings a wealth of experience and forward-thinking mindset to our team and to the whole innovation and entrepreneurship ecosystem. Welcome, sir. Over to you.
Thank you, Abhishek, and my whole IIC team here. I think this is my fourth time I'm appearing in this Yukti Innovation Challenge training program. And I'm very much interested to be part of not only at the planning level, also at the expert session talk level, so that I will understand, I will learn from my innovators and entrepreneurs. Also, I will share my thoughts and knowledge and expertise with my innovators. So I hope in the last 1.5 month period, you must have gone through this 15 to 16 training modules and on different aspects that address on various thrust areas of managing innovation or ideation, IP management, all kind of things. But today's session, we are going to focus on how to mitigate the risk, how to manage the uncertainties that one startup or one innovator come across while they take a decision to work on their innovation, and while they start up journey, what kind of difficulties and how they are going to manage all these innovations and keep their growth in a positive direction. That is very much important, and we will learn about various tools, strategies, and techniques that will help you to understand, and if you will apply these tools and techniques in your daily management practices or the managing your innovation startups, that will definitely will in normal. This is kind of a obvious phenomenon and the life cycle of an adventure. It must cross through, so don't you have to accept this life cycle phase, and you must be convinced or you must be agree with the point that valley of death is going to happen, and you have to go through this phase of the valley of death. And how you're going to recover, how you're going to get out of this valley of death, it depends upon your team capability. It depends upon the competency, the passion, compassion, and your resource mobilizing capacity. It depends upon how you are validating your innovation with the customer's need and the customer traction, and getting the right investor and right market is the key to get out of this valley of death. And at the beginning stage, if you will just for your understanding, just assume that you have 5 years in your hand and you have to start at the idea level, then to reach to the startup level, or to the to reach to a level where you have to scaling up your startup, then it generally ideally take 5 years. So you can see that this time scale, the first 2 years generally an innovator take time on idea creation, idea validation, and business model creation and product creation. And the next 2 years, it take validation and business validation. That means they have to get into the market. And third year onwards, that means on fifth year onwards, they have to start hold on the market, and they will increase the share in the market. So this is an ideal distribution of the timeline, or the timeline of starting from ideation to the startup stage. Simultaneously, while working on your idea, innovation, and startup, they have to work on the team, and having a strong team, a cohesive and very coordinated team is required for the successful of the startup. It is equally important as the idea uh, required. So team validation start with one-person team or the two-person team, two-person member team, and these founding team members, they gradually add more team members into the founding team, and that team goes through a phase of team commitment, team validation, and validation of their commitment, and few members leave, new members join, work process, and it will come with your configuration, the experience. So these are the kind of 10 areas where you have to work on daily basis with your team to bring innovation. Then only your startup will survive in the market. Neither other competitors will come in with a better service, a better product, and the better management practices. Either you will lose employee, or you will lose the market, or you will lose the good investor, and gradually you will get out of the market slowly, very soon. And in this whole process, in each and every stage, there is certain level of uncertainties involved, and you have to deal all these uncertainties by using this innovation life cycle. So just assume that at the idea stage, when you are in the idea stage, when you are in the prototype development stage, actually during that stage you are learning something, you are just getting a first hand experience. So the level of certainties are high, but you have to mitigate this high level of uncertainties at the stage of ideation by is through uh, through market assumptions. Like you have to assume certain factors, and you have to set a boundary, and within that boundary, validation, testing in the ground, and the real environment, actually the kind of certainty, the kind of uncertainties, the kind of risk will get down, especially the technological risk will get down, but market risk is still there. And market risk will only come when you will venture into the startup, or you will start engaging with the customer. So gradually, when you will start interacting with the customer, when you will start selling your product, and you will get the customer's feedback, and you will refine and robust your customer engagement and delivery channels, then you will start generating revenue, wealth, and it will create impact also. And gradually, the more and more you will deeply involved in the whole process, and you will understand all the uncertainties, then gradually the risk will also comes down, and that will help you in have a better control over your system and environment, and plan a better business strategy. So to understand this innovation uncertainties and how to manage innovation in early stage startups, we you have to understand this innovation matrix. Innovation matrix is actually a matrix having four quadrants that gives an idea that a startup founder or an innovator in which domain currently they are playing, and or their product or their innovation is in which being a very core product. And in case of small and medium enterprises, SMEs, they are not the risk takers. What they do, they pick a product which already exists in the market, and they just work on, they just manufacture it, and they start selling it with. That means they are spending 95% of their time on managing a core which is already exists in the market. There is no much risk involved on that, and they give 5% of the resources on increasing the customers' engagement of the core products. And they never, or they hardly they give or they spend time, or they allocate resources for new innovations. So also it says that if somebody is not doing innovation, that means they are also creating a biggest negative risk factor for them, and in long term it is going to affect. And the life cycle of innovation, as you can see, that at the building stage of the innovation, it is 0, 0, 100. But when that startup reached a scale phase, then the strategy, the resource mobilization and engagement strategy shift from 0 0 100 to 80 20 0. That means 80% they manage on, they work on managing the core they've developed in the early stage, that is in the build stage, and 20% time for the expansion of the core. And at that time, for the 1 to 3 years, they are not focusing on other innovations. They are focusing on the innovations they've developed earlier, and now converting that innovation as a core of the startup. But gradually, when they reach to the expand phase, then the strategy changes. It is from 80 20 0 to a 65 30 and 5. That means 65% time and the resources they focus on managing the core, and 30% time how to take this core to a bigger or the large customer base. And also they start working on coming up with new innovations or something new, or other kind of innovations to increase their portfolio. So this risk, so they manage the risk, they increase their portfolio by using this thumb rule of 70 20 10 and gradually fitting with the startup environment. So this is the kind of a risk management, innovation management, and portfolio management strategy that is applicable for innovators and startup stages at the early stages. Now comes to the understand how to manage the, see that how the information is flowing, how the product is flowing, how the time is flowing, and you have to identify the slacks. You have to identify the items or the action items or the phase where the resource is getting ideal, or resources are not being utilized, or resources not generating values, or resources creating negative values. So through this value stream mapping techniques, you will able to identify the areas of the improvement, and you have to apply this new implement process in your startup. Through this, you will generate bigger values. And finally, the potential benefit of all these techniques, what I've explained, is to cost saving. It is for less waste, increase your operational efficiency, increase your customer satisfaction, improve the learning and knowledge and sharing, increase your product and service quality, and your customer engagement. That means shorter feedback loop and time to value creation. All these values finally impact the growth and growth of your startup and progress of your startup. So this is all about the total session on different various management tools and strategies and techniques at the for the early stage startup founders. I hope few techniques you are going to use on a regular basis while we are working on your innovation and business, and through